Picture the scene. You're a French medieval knight of high nobility riding into battle against a bunch of lowly English peasants at Agincourt. Your armour has been polished by your squires, and you've had a good breakfast ahead of a big day fighting the English. You have the high ground and cavalry superiority, and expect the battle to be over within a few hours, and to be able to go home to your beautiful wife. She has produced you 6 male heirs, and is the fairest maiden in the whole of France, and is sought over by kings of many nations. You mount your horse. The horn is sounded to begin the charge, but before your horse can get up to full speed, an arrow from a common English peasant who hasn't eaten in 4 days and has a wife who kinda looks like Shrek hits you in the eye, and you fall off your horse and die. Also, you land in horseshit. The English longbow. What an invention. Get yours now for the lowly price of $79.99. Right everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing fantastic, having a wonderful day. I hope you all enjoyed that little story at the start to begin the video. Up the longbow, up the British Empire, the sun never sets, tea, scones, jam, queen. Right, so today we are taking on the medieval quiz. Medieval history, to be precise. Do I know anything about it? Probably not, but we're going to try anyway. So if you haven't kept up recently, it's currently Challengers 7, Jamie 2. I'm like Liverpool in the Premier League against Aston Villa. I used that joke last time. It was about 12 minutes into the video, and no one actually gets past 30 seconds into the video. So most of you probably haven't even seen this part, 'cause it's longer than 30 seconds in. Anyway, rules for you new people who haven't subscribed, you really should, because out of 1,000 subscribers, we're going to do 100 T-Rex dances. And we've already done 25, and what more could you want in your life than me dancing in a T-Rex suit really badly? Anyway, quiz, medieval history, over 75%, we take the win, and under 75%, the quiz takes the win. You all know the rules by now, they're the rules. I just told you. I'm Jamie, welcome to the channel. Let's do this quiz, medieval history. Yeah, also like the video, and also I've got a shirt on. It's a summer shirt. It's got flamingos on it. It's February, and I'm wearing a summer shirt. I'm so bloody English, it's unreal. And also, if you do see my chest, it's because it's missing a button. They told me to stop being a flamingo. I had to put my foot down. Let's do the quiz. Right everyone, so we're here now with the medieval history quiz, what you've all come here for. Yes, it's what you've all come here for, not me. No, you've come here for me. Yeah, you're here for me. So, I'm chatting shit, I'm doing this quiz. Let's watch it. The medieval period started with the fall of which major European city? That was Rome. Away we go. Prior to the fall of Rome, Germanic tribes were constantly pushing the Roman Empire along the northern borders. That's your fact for today. Medieval history, write it down. Who quickly became the dominant power in Europe when the medieval age began in the 5th century? Oh bloody hell, I don't know. I don't know, count 1, I think. There's not the Islamic State. I'm going to say the Catholic Church, because it was the Catholic Church. 2 out of 2. Let's go. Hype train, choo choo.
The hype train has pulled into the station. All aboard. Choo choo.
It began the process by sending out missionaries like St. Augustine of Canterbury to spread the message of Christianity to barbarians living through Europe. Whew. Considered the father of future French and German monarchies, which Frankish leader was named emperor by Pope Leo III in 1800 AD? I don't know. Count up. So, Charles sounds English, not French or German. I'm not going to choose Charles. Friedrich sounds kind of Norse-like, Viking-like. Clovis sounds proper English, proper posh English boy. Plays cricket. Dagobert, yeah. Oh, it's Charles! Bloody English names. That's why I hype trained, because I knew I was going to get that one wrong. To obtain money, the church initiated a teeth. That was how much of someone's income? Is that taxes? Taxes 20%-ish. 20. Do you know what? They were probably really mean then. I'm gonna go 40. It's 10. Oh, so that's on top of taxes as well. 2 out of 2, 50%, we need 75. Can you identify which group was responsible for tilling the lands for kings and lords? So the squires was the knight's servant. Basically, the knight's teaching the squire to be a knight. Vassals were like states which were like bound to the other state or nation, which helped them. Bishops were people in church. So tilling the land was serfs. I'm right. Poorest peasant class, yeah. What name was given to the Eastern Empire that survived after the fall of the Western Roman Empire? It was either the Byzantine or the Ottoman Empire. I think it was the Byzantine Empire. Is it the Byzantine or Ottoman? I think it's the Byzantine Empire. It is the Byzantine Empire, yeah. I'm smart. I learned that playing Rome Total War. The plague that devastated Europe was often referred to as what? That's the Black Death. Brought from Asia, which devastated communities. The disease was recognised and the ships were sent away, but it wasn't quick enough to stop disease from spreading. Was it spread on rats? No, it was spread. Was it spread on the flea? I think it was spread from the fleas that were on the rat's back. I think that I'll put it on screen. Do you know which English king famously signed the Magna Carta? I think that was King John, because the Magna Carta was, I think that's because one of the kings kept taxing all his land people, and they didn't like him because he kept wanting to go to war for France. So the bishops signed, like, I think it's the Magna Carta, so they had power as well. Like, it was the barons who owned the land. I think it was King John. Yeah, it was King John. Yeah, so all the barons didn't like him because he kept raising taxes. I think he raised taxes because he kept wanting to go to war with France, or he wanted more gold or jewelry and stuff, more fancy stuff. It was one of the two. Where did monks live together so they could turn their full attention to worship God? That was a monastery. I'm right. We're going. I know medieval history quite a bit. So if I do lose this one, I'll be a bit sad. To keep themselves in line, knights are responsible for following which code of honor? That was the code of chivalry. Yes, chivalry was established to give knights ground rules. Needing to divide territory under their rule, kings would provide a lord with what? A keep is like a castle, a manor house that would be on the land. Moat would be when you have like the water around the castle. It would be a fief because that relates to land. Yeah, and a fief's an estate of land, basically. They had a fief, and then in the fief, the barons had like peasants working around the land, and they provided taxes to that baron, and then that baron provided military services and taxes to the king, but they got the land from the king. Smart.
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
The master could promote an apprentice to which positions they could earn a wage. Ooh, page? Oh, journeyman. Ooh, an apprentice in the Middle Ages became a journeyman after 3 or 4 years of practice at the craft. There you go. Are you familiar with where the Vikings originated? Scandinavia. And they were called Norsemen, which means Northmen. Who would pledge their allegiance to the Lord for land and protection? It would be a vassal. As we discussed earlier, the vassals give their land to the king, and in return, they get protection from said king or nation. During which battle did Frankish forces defeat an invading Muslim force in 732 AD? Hastings was England 1066. Tours is in France. Poitiers, it might be that because Agincourt's in France as well. Agincourt was England and France. Hastings was England or the Saxons and the Normans. And the Battle of Tours is the Battle of Poitiers. Oh, it's the Battle of Tours. I'm a fool. Oh, I knew it was one of them. William the Conqueror led an invasion to which country? That was England, because he is the Normans, and he won the Battle of Hastings because the English or the Saxons chased them down the hill as they were retreating, and then their cavalry cut up the entire Saxon army. That's how the Battle of Hastings was won. Formed during the First Crusade, who led People's Crusade before they were wiped out on their way to Constantinople? Peter the Hermit? I think it was Peter the Hermit. Was it Peter the Hermit? Yeah, it was. That name just rang a bell. Richard Lionheart was captured during his return from which crusade? That was the Second Crusade. It was the Third Crusade. I'm a fool. He was captured by Saladin. Everyone knows that, except me. Who did the French give Normandy to in order to keep his forces from pestering them in the north? Oh, Leif Erikson was Viking. I think it was it? Oh, this is a tough one. If I said I don't know recently, because I don't know this one. Rollo's not the Great, Eric the Rare. They all sound, Leif Erikson. Happy Leif Erikson Day. That's in SpongeBob, yeah. No, it's Rollo. What was the final region conquered by Not the Great? Was it England? No. Was it England? I honestly, oh man, this is so tough. I don't know. No, Mark, oh my god, I don't know. Denmark. Oh, it's Norway, fuck. Which major battle led to Danelaw in north of England after Alfred the Great defeated the Vikings? I think that's the Battle of Edington. The Battle of Hastings was in the south. Bosworth and Fulford, I think, were the War of the Roses, which is like 1450 or something. Or 1500, I don't know. 1300, 1200, one of the years. Edington, it was, yeah. The Umayyad conquest of Iberia was launched in which century? Oh my days, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how we're doing in this quiz as well. It could be anything. This is tough. This is so tough. The Umayyad conquest of Iberia was launched during the 5th. That was the 8th century. Before becoming a knight, a person had to serve as a squire. Yeah, it's a squire. We knew that from earlier. Do you know what the Catholic Church would do to a king who went against their orders? Oh, they excommunicated them. They excommunicated them, yeah. I think that's mean when they remove them from the religion or something, so they don't go to heaven. I think that's what excommunicate means. They you can't be Catholic anymore. I don't know. Marco Polo famously left Europe to travel where? Where did he travel? Would it be Asia? So North America was discovered by Christopher Columbus in 1600, so he wouldn't know about them. Africa, they would probably know about it, so that's down south from Europe. Asia's east. Oh man, Asia. They got Asian hats in the picture. It's Asia. Yeah, it's Asia. What is this? What was the purpose of the Doomsday book when it's completed under William the Conqueror? Told the end of times, outlined the goals of England, separated England from the church, a land survey. It wasn't the end of times, because it's Doomsday. It's called the Doomsday book. It sounds similar. It wasn't the end of times. I think it was the goals of England. Or was it a land survey? Was it a land survey of all the land and who got the taxes? Oh, I don't know. It's one of the two. I think it's a land survey. Yeah, it is a land survey. I knew. I know. I'm clever. Can you remember which university was the first one founded in Europe and has been continuous in operation? Is it Oxford or Cambridge? I think it might be Oxford or Cambridge. But that picture, that doesn't look like English architecture. So it might be Bologna. Coimbra. I'm just going off the pictures here. I don't know this one. I think it's Bologna. Yeah. The reason I went to Bologna, because if you look at the picture, it doesn't look like English architecture. That looks quite Italian. Which pope was responsible for ordering the end of the Knights Templar? Bloody hell, I can't go off this picture, can I? Pope Boniface, Pope Benedict, Pope John, Pope Clement. Oh, it could be anyone. It could be anyone. Pope Benedict and this Pope Clement. Honestly, that was so tough. Geoffrey Chaucer wrote what important book that became influential during the late medieval period? That was the Canterbury Tales, I think. Going with it. Yeah, it was. Written by Geoffrey Chaucer. The reason I went with the Canterbury Tales is because there's a guy, I think it's the Knight's Tale. This guy who impersonates Geoffrey Chaucer and says he wrote the Canterbury Tales or something. I have these little links that are kind of right. The Kingdom of Scotland gained independence after which treaty was signed, ending the First Scottish War of Independence. Oh, bloody hell. Drink break. Not sponsored, but if you do want to sponsor me, hit me up. I'm a sellout. Oh, it's Lambeth, isn't it? It's not. It's Edinburgh, Northampton. I shouldn't have known. Who tried to assert their right to the French throne, launching the 100 Years' War? Edward III. The 100 Years' War was in 1400 to 1500. That's where the Battle of Agincourt was from. And it didn't actually last 100 years. It was 110 or something. Who was it? These are all kings of England. So Henry V fought in the Battle of Agincourt. That was about halfway through the 100 Years' War, maybe towards the end. So Henry II, there'd have to be 3 more Henrys between then. So I don't think it was him. Richard II, was that Richard the Lionheart? I think that was Richard the Lionheart. John, there'd be more than one. I'm going Edward III, so I think there'd be more than one John, King of England. Edward III, yes. Deduction, smarts. What Tyler led the Peasants' Revolt in which European kingdom? The Peasants' Revolt was English. Yeah, because the peasants got taxed too much and they were unhappy because all the wars with France, 100 Years' War, so they kept revolting. This quiz is long. Joan of Arc was a central figure for the French during which conflict in the 100 Years' War? It's the Siege of Orleans, yeah. Can you recall the name used for a law within the Catholic Church? I can't. Antioch? No, it's canon. Henry the 5, 6, 7. 7th became the first king of which house when he gained the English crown? Oh, I think he's the Plantagenet king. Lancaster. Oh, yeah, Plantagenet. No, he's a Tudor. Oh, Henry Tudor. I'm a fucking fool. Which European city fell to the Ottoman Empire in 1453? The Battle of Constantinople. I know. The reconquest of the United Spain as it ended whose rule in the region? Oh, would it be France? English? They didn't. No, it'd be French. Yeah, French.
How could this happen to me?
Which battle is considered the beginning of the War of the Roses? It's either the Battle of Towton or Bosworth Field. Look around the room for any clues. Do I have any history knowledge on my walls? I do not. I only have Pokemon. Towton. St. Albans? Oh, whatever. Oh, this quiz is going horrendous. We started off so well. Near the end of the medieval period, the Medici family rose to prominence in which European city? They sound Italian. Florence. That's right. Last question, everybody. We finally made it. If you're this far in the video, give yourself a little pat on the back, because I don't know how long this video will be. How long is the camera? 27 minutes. Fuck me. Do you know the name of the social system dominated England as feudalism? There you go, 65%. Yeah, that's it, I guess. What do you want? What do you want from me? Another win? You're not getting one. You're getting another loss. So that's challenge 8. Jamie 2. Those are some questions that are tough, honestly. Honestly, I'll show you some tough questions. So I hope you've learned something about medieval history today. I sure have. I've probably forgotten it already, let's be honest. Let's be honest, I've forgotten it already. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. So if you have watched this far, thank you. Remember to stay positive, everyone, and keep vibing. We've lost another challenge, but I enjoyed it. I genuinely enjoyed this one. I do enjoy a bit of medieval history. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the shirt. Hope you enjoyed the quiz. Hope you enjoyed me. Hope you enjoy your day. I'll see you all next time for 9-2. Bloody hell. We're not coming back from this, are we? So, see you later. Bye.